all the latest on the SaWGuy podcast, be sure to subscribe and don't forget that bell icon.
Hello. Are you watching me on YouTube? Good. I'd like to play a game with you.
Welcome to the SaWGuy podcast. As always, y'all know I am the SaWGuy. And I know this news came out a while ago. I know everybody's been asking me about this, but some of you all have probably heard the news. My favorite film of all time is getting remade. And out of all things, it's being remade by Chris Rock. Like, holy shit, they're remaking Saw with Chris Rock on it? I know, that was my first expression on it, and I had to do all this research and everything like that, For me, I know everyone's asking me my opinions on it. What do you think about it? Do you think Chris Rock will do it? Do you think he's actually going to go through it? Do you think it would be great? And honestly, the trend of comedians making horror films, that's been good so far. You have Danny McBride, who did the Alien film that last came out. He did the Halloween one, he wrote those two. You have Jordan Peele with Get Out, and he also did Us and the Twilight Zone, so it's getting there. It's not that bad. And Chris Rock, like I said, he's an established actor, granted he's mostly, his expertise is comedy. He came out and said that he wanted to redo it because he's always been a fan since the first one, which, okay, I'll give him credit for that, that's a golf clap, that's pretty cool, I like that, But the fact of, I don't know how they're going to do this whole storyline, right? The story goes, and everything that I've all looked in, this has all been reported out there if you Google it, Chris Rock, I believe he's going to fund it. I don't know if he's going to actually play in it, though, which is kind of crazy, because I would love to see him play in it, because he would play a good Detective Tapp, which is Danny Glover's character from the first Saw film, right? He would be great on it. The fact that now Chris Rock, he's up there in age, he's got a little seasoning going on, so, honestly, he would play a good Detective Tapp. Now, as far as the story goes, who's going to write it, who's going to direct it, right? They're not going to get, any of the original writers in there. I know Lee Winnell and James Wan, they're going to be on there as executive producers. So they're going to make sure that it's in good hands, first and foremost, right? As far as the writing goes, you're not going to have, Lee Winnell or James Wan write it. You're not going to have Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan writing it. They were the ones that did from Saw 4 through Saw 3D. You're going to get the writers from the last Saw film that came out, Jigsaw. So basically, this is like Jigsaw 2, but it's going to be a remake of the first one, right? Which I haven't seen Jigsaw all the way through and broke it down. I've seen it, but I haven't really gotten a chance to break it down because I'm it's kind of an oddball one to me, But I've always loved the franchise. I still would give it a chance to watch it. I'll be the first one over there to go see this film, right? But, it also brings into the question, how else are they going to do this, Who's going to direct it? Well, they already got in Darren Bousman, the director from Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. Right? He's going to be directing it, which is great. They're kind of putting it in good hands already at this point. Now, you talk about what you're going to do with Jigsaw and what you're going to do with Billy the Puppet. Now, for me, I hope they don't mess with Billy the Puppet. That's so iconic. If you mess with a puppet, I can understand, give it a little bit more wear and tear and things like that. Rumor has it that he's going to come back with the little top hat that he had, kind of like Hey Arnold. If you ever seen the Saw short film, you see that Billy, he had a hat, which it was okay, but it looks better without the hat. But I think they're going to bring back the hat. That's the rumor right now. As far as who's going to voice Jigsaw and play Jigsaw, I honestly hope that they do bring back Tobin Bell. Because if they don't bring back Tobin Bell, you're basically going to have a remake like what you did with Nightmare on Elm Street. You had a great actor who could do it, and he showed the chops that he could do it, but a lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't Robert Englund, and that's what I think is going to happen with this one, is that if it's not Tobin Bell doing the voice or playing the character, how are you going to do it, right? And my other main thing is, everybody loved the first Saw because of the twist. It was a big twist that, it was Tobin Bell laying there the whole time he comes up, and it's like, what the fuck? You don't expect that. Lightning in a bottle is what I call it, right? Are they going to do it shot-for-shot remake, or are they going to do a different twist at the end? Now, my opinion, I believe the twist at the end is going to be, if they do the bathroom scene again and stuff like that, one of them is going to be on it, whether it be Adam or Dr. Gordon. They're going to be in on it, like the original plan was for when Saw 2 was going to kick off, right? If that happens, holy shit, this will be a decent, good remake. But those are my thoughts on it, because I know I've been getting a lot of messages, comments. Everyone's like, hey, you heard about the Saw remake? What do you think of it? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think Chris Rock's got the chops? Honestly, I think Chris Rock does have the chops. He does. He's going to be able to provide this as a good remake. The fact that he already has a decent writer, the fact that he already has Lee Winnell and James Wan on board, and you have Darren Boozman, who already knows the Saw franchise. I mean, it's in good hands, guys. So we'll see how this plays out. Supposedly, it's going to come out Halloween 2020. So we'll see. If there's any like updates or anything new, interesting notes, you'll definitely hear from me and hear my thoughts. But anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time, as always.
Bow down.